Hi, welcome to Crafts by Dottie. We are so excited to have you on our channel where we create content on DIYs, woodworking and home improvement. On today's project, we'll be making a shoe rack large enough to hold 32 pairs of shoes using only a single sheet of MDF board. Stay with us if you would love to see the process and the outcome. Before starting our project, we will need to have our safety gear in check to keep off dust particles and noise. To begin our project, we will use a circular saw to cut the MDF sheet into a manageable size. The size here is 64 by 48 inches. We will then cut it further into 64 by 32 inches. From the 64 by 32 inch sheet, we trimmed 9 pieces measuring 8 by 32 inches using the table saw. For the remaining piece of MDF board, we ripped it into 4 long strands measuring 4 by 64 inches using the table saw. We then took the 4 strands and placed marks at 8-inch intervals from the edge using a pencil and a square. These marks are the points that we will place the 9 pieces of MDF board which will serve as our shells. Once the marking was done, we attached the shells on the stands using 1.5-inch screws. To attach the screws, we did pilot holes, then drove in the screws to avoid splitting on the board. To protect our shoe rack from water damage, we create a wooden base using pallet wood. We planed the pallet wood into size using a hand plane and then used a meter saw to cut the edges at an angle of 45 degrees. On one part of the pallet wood, we created an arc shape using container lids and then cut it out using a jigsaw. To attach the wooden pieces together, we applied glue and then used a nail gun to hold it in place. We then reinforced it using 1.5 inch screws. Once the base was done, we placed the entire rack on the base and used 1.5 inch screws to hold it up. We then finalized our project by painting the base and the edges of the shelves in dark chocolate paint. At the bottom shelf, we added a compartment for shoe polish and shoe brushes. Our shoe rack is done. This was a quite simple project that can be done within hours. We hope you learned and enjoyed the process as well. Thanks for clicking into Crafts by Dotty. We will see you on our next video.